Hey guys, it's Archelon again, back with part 2 of the First Blood Pure Aggression Championship. This replay highlights will be featuring pods C and D from the first round of the tournament. In the first replay, number 2 seed Oxy with C-Foot Long against Tyrius and Scenester. Some aggressive mage poke taking the dominance early on with double shields, proving to be quite problematic for blue team trying to harass them. Nidalee punished early on when expecting Oxy to walk into that stun, almost dying, saved by the flash heal of Scenester on Veigar there. And then a couple of great spears from Nidalee put the ball of aggression back into blue team's court. They were able to regain some of the map control, push out their lane. Both teams were able to get blue buff at that point. Oxy stole the big wraith from the other team, and then both teams at the same time got red buff again as well. Even when landing that stun, they didn't seem to be able to punish Orianna through that shield, and went for Veigar under his turret not long afterwards with the Orianna ultimate off a Karma Flash. Nidalee trying to kill Orianna in time, but the DOTs managed to pick up Veigar under his tower. Look at this, that auto attack from Orianna right there, tagged him with the red buff, and that was enough to punish him through his healing and pick him up halfway between his towers, with Nidalee unable to convert on Orianna in time, giving Oxy and C-Foot Long the 5 points there. Oxy picking up the bonus aggression factor point for the first game. Game 2, Tyrius and C-Foot Long against Oxy and Scenester this time around, with C-Foot on Victor playing very aggressively from the start, and then Tyrius jumping on the same boat, pushing them around, getting an early level 2. Karma almost punished, but managed to save herself with Flash, and then just a mess of spells around the battlefield. Second time Karma got caught without Flash, that was pretty much it, with C-Foot jumping under the turret, managing to trade, but picking up that all-important first blood. Tyrius and C-Foot Long, both the purple players, tied in aggression factor that game. They both got a bonus point, so C-Foot Long was looking pretty good going into game 3 with Scenester against Tyrius and Oxy this time. Purple team starting off quite aggressively, stealing wraiths and then just putting as much damage as possible on the blue team, forcing them right under their tower and getting some early map control so they could get a blue buff. Karma flashing safely away from the Victor ultimate, not wanting to underestimate the damage that he could deal there. An uncontested blue buff steal, then grabbing their own blue buff yet again, almost killing Victor under his tower. Ezreal using Flash to heal him, but almost supercharging Tyrius's Q in the process and killing Victor instead, which would have been quite an amusing situation. Purple team just had total map dominance from that point, as you could see, picking up Dragon there, in fact, quite impressive, the only team to do that so far in the event, and just stealing as many buffs from each side of the maps as possible, getting blue Dragon a second time. Karma making some aggressive plays under their turret, really needing that 5 points to secure a spot in the next round. And they just weren't able to do it with minions just constantly pushing their tower, just too much map dominance, the other team unable to contest the tower or the kills. C-Foot Long obviously through with his 11 points, Oxy picking up the aggression factor point in that game, managing to slip past Tyrius, which is what he needed because he was behind on time. And from Pod D, number 3 seed Fracture with Krosik against Miliong and Thankskiller this time around. The first blitz grab looked to be about an even trade, but the second one looked to be good, knocking up Sivir, and then just all of a sudden, Purple team stood their ground, just dealing tons of damage to Blitz. Caitlyn saving him with a heal there, just trying to be really defensive, pushing the other team away. Sivir managed to block another potentially devastating one, but then Blitz pulled Orianna right into a Caitlyn trap, still managing to take tons of damage himself, but Caitlyn able to get aggressive and chase. Sivir trying to punish Caitlyn for that move, but with the heal and the ultimate, Sivir forced to just run back and try and block and not give away first blood there. Who knows what would have happened if she wasn't able to block that in that spot. Caitlyn defended the turret quite well at the next point, able to make them split their focus and not push down the tower as the teams started to get buffs in this mid-game situation. Caitlyn again almost able to convert on Sivir there, but this time Orianna was the one who had to block the shot. Continuing the pressure under their tower, nailing them both with another Q, Caitlyn was able to put some damage on their tower, get about a third of the health down. Then it was Blitzcrank's turn to defend against the push with Caitlyn basing, not able to really put too much pressure on the purple team with risk of death, and with a second wave coming up before Caitlyn got there, he was unable to stop them. Fracture 9 picking up the aggression factor point, and Krosik getting another 3 points himself for that tower victory. Game 2, Miliong and Krosik against Thankskiller and Fracture 9. Fracture took the brunt of the harass early on, throwing some spears but taking way too much damage in exchange, forced to play a little bit more defensively, with Jace telling Blitz to GTFO when he tried to pull them under their tower. The time he landed it on Xerath was enough, just going down instantly to the damage from Blitzcrank and Pantheon. Fracture 9 ahead on 9 points there, with Thankskiller picking up the aggression factor point from that game. Anything could happen in Game 3 with a tower score in the mix. Killer and Krosik up now against Fraction 9 and Miliong on his Shen. Caitlyn and Brand seem to be the ones who wanted to trade harass. Caitlyn stepped out a bit early, but Brand fudged the stun, not getting what would almost certainly be a lethal stun into First Blood there on Caitlyn. But still, Brand and Caitlyn kept being the ones trying to harass one another. Caitlyn missing there, getting stunned, but see, just a spell from Brand. Caitlyn trying to hit with those Qs and auto attacks. As Brand got more points in his skills, Caitlyn started losing those exchanges. But an amazing Gragas barrel pulled Brand right into the turret, and with the Shen taunt not hitting Caitlyn and the Ignite, the shield wasn't able to stop him. Killer moving into first place and making it through to the second round, with Fraction 9 slipping through ahead on time. And that's it for part 2 of the First Blood Pure Aggression Championship, halfway now through the first round with the replay highlights. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video for pods E and F from round 1. Thanks, guys.